Hey everyone, welcome to this new show which I'm trying out called Rethinking, where I look at something that I think deserves some re-looking at. And today we'll be talking about discipline. I actually made a video about the topic of discipline, I think about a year back, called Why You Don't Need Discipline to Be Disciplined, or Discipline a Counterintuitive Approach, or I think I've since probably renamed it a bunch of times, but um, it is basically me trying to show the viewer why I don't think we really need discipline, or rather, I could say, uh, it's me trying to show the viewer how our search for discipline prevents us from realizing that we already have the discipline we need. Okay, so I just want to break this down very quickly in this video and summarize what I mean. So some people are very enamored by this idea of motivation. So I need to be motivated to do something. I need to find the motivation. If I feel I have the motivation to do it, then I will be able to put myself into action to get done what I need to get done. Now, the problem with motivation is that it's fleeting, right? So you might have motivation now, but you can go to some motivational talk where the speaker gets you really pumped up and you feel really excited. You go home, you climb into bed, you go to sleep, and the next morning when you wake up, where's the motivation? Usually it's gone, right? So instead of trying to get motivation, instead of constantly trying to find pictures and reading books on motivation, I should rather seek to cultivate discipline instead, because discipline says that even if I'm not motivated, still to get the work done, or I'm still going to do this thing even though I don't feel like doing it. And this is obviously useful because there's so many times in life where we have to do something but we don't feel like doing it, and given how unreliable motivation is, it just makes sense that we should rather try to find foundation in something slightly more permanent. Okay, so what's the big misconception about discipline? What I call the really far in the morning, comes back all sweaty, his legs are sore, and he started his day in really one of the more difficult ways, compared to just sleeping late. Now, that guy walks back into the house, you see him, and you go, wow, dude, you're so disciplined. The fact that, you're so disciplined to have done this. And what we don't realize is discipline is a descriptor. So it's like a description of action, right? So we're describing, in this specific sense, I'm describing your action. In other words, you went and ran, now you're back, now I say you're disciplined. Now, we have got it the other way around. We think you need to have discipline in order to wake up early to go and do this thing, when actually you doing it is what gave us the right to say you're disciplined. Now, if you think that you need discipline to get up early and go and do these things, then you're going to end up on this unfulfilling search for discipline, where you perhaps read books about discipline, you watch movies about discipline, you attend seminars about finding discipline, all the while looking for something that you can't find. So discipline is a word, it's a sound. You won't find it on the floor. You can't pick it up. You can't smell it, taste it, touch it, see it. It's an idea, right? Now, ideas are very powerful. Concepts are very, very powerful, and they influence our behavior in ways that we don't understand. But the problem is, if you think a concept or a word or a sound can get you to do something, it's kind of like thinking, the word water is going to quench my thirst. The word fire is going to keep me warm. The word discipline is going to get me out of bed early. You see what I'm saying? Alan Watts has this great line where he says, we confuse the symbol for what it represents. We're like people climbing up a signpost instead of going where the signpost points, right? We're confusing the dinner for the menu. We confuse the wealth for the money. I think you get the idea. So we shouldn't get strung up on this idea that I need discipline in order to be disciplined. If you can just let go of that idea that, I need something to get me to do things, it's it's your very insistence that you're lacking discipline, which prevents you from seeing that you don't need it. You just need to go and do what you need to do. You will find the discipline within your action. You don't need the discipline to inspire the action, right? So this is sort of good news and bad news, a blessing and a curse, because it means that, well, it sort of puts a bit of responsibility on us, right? Because it means that I can't keep telling myself, well, I'll do this when I find the discipline. It's like, well, you've already found it. You already have it. You just need to put it into practice. You just need to do it, and you'll find that the discipline was there all along. I will continue to refine my thoughts on this topic and try and make it more condensed, more easy to understand. But I think that should give you a rough idea of what I mean when I say that you don't need discipline to be disciplined. I see I've got 2 viewers and a like. Thank you so much if you're watching. This is the first live stream I'm doing. The previous one was kind of a test. So it's really cool to have some people here. Knowing that there's someone right now watching me is really awesome. Welcome. And I am in South Africa. I'm here in my room in South Africa. It's the evening now. I was going to say it's a beautiful sunny day. It usually is. But it's the evening now. And I hope you're all having a good evening where you are. I hope you're enjoying these Rethinking live streams. Let me know if you want more of these. Please put it in the comments. Leave me a like if you're enjoying what I'm doing. And if there's any specific topics you'd like me to talk about or things that you think are interesting, just let me know in the comments. I'm more than happy. I actually do read the comments. I'm trying to engage with the audience. So any feedback from all of you is really, really appreciated. I can continue to do these live streams while working on bigger projects like the Lord video I'm currently working on. So you can expect to see more and more of these live streams. But for now, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate your time. Your time is really the most valuable thing you have, so I hope I didn't waste any of it. I hope you have a good day or night wherever you are. And thanks so much for watching. My name is Dylan. This is Existential Delight, and I'll see you in the next stream or video, whichever comes first. Goodbye.